So the big question now, how did the tennis balls save my life? Okay, so what is up with the tennis balls? If you've watched my floor video, you know that I removed my stow and go seats from my minivan. When you remove them, you also end up removing the floor, and you have these awful posts sticking up in the storage bin. I dealt with them for a while, but when I started packing to go on a camping trip into bear country, this was really not okay. If you're not familiar with camping in bear country, you have to be really careful with smells. Bears can track down the smell of chapstick or shampoo from miles away, let alone chocolate chip cookies or powdered drink mix. And in Yosemite National Park, they're also known for smashing their way into cars because they recognize a cooler. So I was using these smell-proof bags, specially designed so that when they're sealed, bears can't smell food through them. I also did a whole bunch of other things to smell-proof my van and deter a bear, but that's for another video. But if a drink mix bag was to get punctured by these daggers sticking up, my van would be a flashing neon sign for bears for the rest of my short life. So I really needed to de-arm these studs, but I didn't want to saw them off because then I'd never be able to put the seats back in. I tried a few things like drilling a hole in a 2x4, but this took up way too much room and was really in the way. So I needed something to cover these posts and take up the least amount of space. Enter the tennis ball. So I took a razor blade and made an X cut, and voila, they pop right on the studs and stay on. Now I can store my food out of sight with no risk of the studs stabbing a sauce pack and sending out the bat signal to every wild beast. So the big question now, how did the tennis balls save my life? Well, while camping in said bear country, I heard a huge commotion in the middle of the night. When I woke up, I saw this. A bear had broken into a dumpster right in front of my van. I'm not sure if it was left open or if the bear somehow got it open, but this was so close, the bear must have walked right past my van. So I took it as proof of concept that my van wasn't tempting. Okay, so did the tennis balls save my life? Okay, it's a little bit of a stretch, but they did keep my food bags from ripping open. And maybe the bigger lesson here is if you're ever camping in bear country, just make sure you park next to something else that's more tempting than your van. And use tennis balls to stick on any pointy things sticking out. If this video made you laugh or add some tennis balls to your cart, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.